So baby XC90, not quite. The two cars, you straight away know, of course, that they're siblings, but this one's got a hunkered down, wider sort of a stance, while the XC90 is a little more upright. And that width is accentuated by this really bold front grille. You also have a slight difference on the daytime running lights. The signature, the Thor's hammer, is more extended and comes and meets the grille all the way. That is again different from the bigger sibling. Now in the Indian context, it is ride quality. I think that will become a talking point with this car. It's going to be a bit of a USP, and really, if you think about it from that segment's point of view, most of those cars are pretty comfortable, but I think this car does give you that little added sense of comfort. And remember, there's also a whole lot of electronics that are working to sort of help that, especially when you are faced with rough roads or having to sort of drive off the road in any kind of situation. There is a lot that will be done to make sure that your ride comfort does not suffer. While the drive dynamics really will satisfy you, the car takes all these corners so well. The good part is that it's also matched by that kind of response from the engine and the gearbox. The level of refinement that comes through now, not just on this car, on most new Volvo products, is what's really the, let's say, big part of that story of the new products from Volvo. And certainly on the XC60, that refinement is something that will grab you straight away. Like most modern premium cars, this one also has different drive modes, and so you've got eco, there's comfort, there's dynamic, and of course the off-road mode when you want to actually do that. But for the most part, of course, you can tell the differences between the different modes, and it works pretty well. The only little grouse I have is that when you flick it into dynamic mode, well, while everything else gets nice and sort of performance oriented, you get a better throttle response, and of course the car feels stiffer, the steering does not. It doesn't give you that little hard feel that you sometimes would like to get from well, dynamic mode. And so that's a little bit of a downside for me. And again, when you're in that sort of a situation and you're trying to go through corners quickly, paddle shift, that could have helped too. That's the thing with all new Volvos, isn't it? There's just so much technology being packed into them. A lot of them are driver aid related technologies, and this car is the newest model, so it comes packed with not just a whole lot more functions and features, but also the latest or the updated editions of the existing features too. Everything from lane keep assist to now the pilot assist, adaptive cruise control of course. And the good news is that in the past, whenever we've talked about these features on global drives, I always tell you, but you know, hang on a second, none of that is coming to India. Now, the good news, it is all coming to India because, well, even for this model, Volvo has got the permission to use the radar-based technologies. And so all of this will be standard on the car that fits our market. So even though the car we are getting at the start is just the diesel, it's a good thing that Volvo is promising the petrol too, given the sort of shift in sentiment that started to happen in our market. Now, I'm not saying more people won't still buy the diesel, but at least it's good to have that option now for those who do want a car and not have to sort of choose something else because there's a lack of a petrol option. So this car will have that, and eventually there's also going to be a case made to see whether or not India should get the T8 which of course, as you know, is the twin engine or the hybrid.